Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all of you are doing great. Well, let's talk about the self study tips and tricks today. Self study is something which is an art and it has to be learned, right? So, let's talk a little about that today. The first thing that you can do is to not divide your concentration while you're studying, is give your mobile phone to your mother, please. And tell her not to give it back to you for several hours, maybe 3, maybe 4 hours, however long you want to study. Let your mobile phone rest with your mother. If you think you need a laptop, keep it with you for studying purpose only. But if you think that you don't need the laptop either, give your laptop to your mother too, right? So we are not going to keep our gadgets with us if we do not need them. The first distraction is always a gadget. Well, the second tip is if you're sleepy, please do not study. I have seen people who are very sleepy, who have not slept for many days and many nights, and they're studying. There is no use of that because your brain is not going to retain that data. So, what you do is you get a good 1 to 2 hours sleep, which is known as the power nap. You quickly sleep and you quickly get up, and then you get back to your studies. This is not going to help if you are, swinging here and there and you're very, very sleepy. You're not going to be able to study at all. So sleep well. Make sure that you have slept well before you start studying. The third and the most important thing is to be organized. Set up a study table that attracts you. Put all your books. I had a study table and I had a rack right next to it. So put your books in the book rack and have a study table. Put a pencil, a pencil holder, and then put all your pens and pencils and erasers and everything you need in that, so that whenever you need a highlighter, you need a pen, you need anything at all, it is available right there. So organize your things. When the things are organized, the books are organized, the stationery is organized, then it just takes you to sit down on the seat and start studying. Okay, here's a very simple tip. Whenever you get an assignment and the teacher tells you that you have a lot of time, like she gives you an assignment on Monday and she tells you that you can submit it by Thursday, please make sure that you submit it before the time ends. Some people just exaggerate and drag it till Thursday. Till Thursday, you'll have something in your head which will be nagging and which will be disturbing you throughout the day. So what you do is the assignment is given on Monday, you go back home, you start working on the assignment and you complete it maybe on Monday or Tuesday. By Tuesday, get it done. The earlier you do it, the better you will be, the more relaxed you're going to be. That anxiety that comes with the more delaying will be omitted. So we are going to do our assignments in time. Then you have to recognize your productive hours. I used to study at night. I was a night owl. I used to sit down, take my books at 9 p.m. and then I would start studying, and then I used to study till 7 in the morning. That was the case for the CSS exam. That was the case in my MBBS. That was the case before that in my board exams. So I used to study at night. But there are people who are morning people, like my husband. He's a morning person. He gets up early in the morning and he likes to study in the morning. So you have to seek it for yourself and search that you are a night person or you are a day person or a morning person. And then at that time, in those productive hours, you have to sit down and study more. That is going to help a lot. People underestimate the power of making notes, but I have got a book and it says everything. Please make a habit of making notes even if you have books available. Take your books, take your teacher's lecture, take the topic, find it on the internet and read that too, and then incorporate everything into one lecture, right? And then later on, you can make small bullets out of that lecture. You will have the summary of that lecture by the end of the day. So we have to make our own notes. Asking for notes from other people is never going to help. So make and build your own notes. There is a very effective way of studying which I call LRR. It's learn, revise, and recall. So basically what you do is you learn something. There's a topic and you learn it. Step number 2 is once you've learned it, you give it a revision. You revise it once. Now, the third step is very important, and most of the people miss this step. And this is the most crucial and the most important step of all. It is called recall. So, what you do is you close your book and then you recall what you have just studied. If you're able to recall it, that is when your memory track has been formed and you are never going to forget that thing. So people learn and they revise, but they do not recall. So make recalling a habit. This LRR is a very important formula. Remember it for the rest of your lives. Especially the students should remember this. And the last thing is, don't feel guilty about taking breaks. Whenever you are tired, take a little break. Go to your mother and father, talk to them, talk to your friends, talk to your siblings, or watch a movie even 2 or 3 hours. Don't go out to the cinema and watch it. That's going to waste a lot of time. Just sit at home and watch a movie on your laptop. So, you can just do a little bit of these things to make yourself a little relaxed. And once you are relaxed, you can go back to studying. So these are my few tips and my few gems on how to do the self-study. And I hope these helped maybe a few people. And if it helped even one person out there, I'll be very happy and I'll be a very glad person. So that is all for today. Inshallah, I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Take care. Bye-bye.